So all you do is press forward 3 and hold forward, up or down. You know?
And that's like the side walk, right?
Yeah, you could just do it a side step too, just like.
So I'm saying, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Like most characters, you have to sidewalk. You know, it's tap down, hold down, or tap up, hold up. But for Lars, you can just hit forward 3 and just hold down, or just hold up. So it's a really simple way to sidewalk, right?
After doing a manual DE.
Right. So I don't know, against Elisa, he could just forward 3, go left, and then avoid her down back 3, down forward 2s. You know, if she was going to do that.
It's good to like cover distance. It's sort of a wave dash for Lars. It's a specific wave dash for him. You could also, like I showed earlier, that you could cancel it by pressing down back. A thing you could do with Lars is do repeated DE wave dashes. So you just do it by repeatedly doing forward 3, down back. To just kind of like get in your opponent's face, to start getting them to hit a button or get scared or something.
Pressuring them.
Yeah, basically you're just trying to scare them or something. His other stance is SE, which stands for silent entry.
Sorry.
Silent entry. He has several ways to get into the stance. But there is no manual way to get into the stance. Like I said, DE you just do forward 3, but SE, you have to do a certain move to get into that stance. And I'll cover all the moves here. He has down back 2, which is the most common. And then his stance looks right there. He has while standing 2 forward. Oh yeah, all these moves, to get into all these moves, you have to press forward instead of down, like I explained earlier.
So forward gets you to silent entry, down gets you into dynamic entry.
The easier way I remember it is that dynamic entry starts with a D, and you press down, D, dynamic entry. But for, the other ones, you just...
It's not D. It's
process of elimination. What else does he have? He only has 2 stances.
It must be back.
Yeah. So he has down back 2 forward, while standing 2 forward. He has back 3 forward. He has forward 1-2 forward and forward 2-1 forward. He also has DE1 forward. He also has another way. I gotta knock Elisa down real quick. And then Lars is stomp, which only comes out if your opponent's fully grounded. He could hold the stomp by the notation is down 3+4. If you hold it and then press forward, he could then go into silent entry as well. But the transition to it is extremely slow.
So you're talking about holding the 3+4 or holding it down?
You hold the 3+4.
Okay.
Because you have to press forward with the direction.
Right.
Yeah, and that's pretty much his stances. But and let me explain to you a couple of the moves that come out of the stances. For DE, you have DE1-2. You have DE2, which is a mid. DE1-2 is a natural combo high strain that wall slides.
Does that one jail?
No, it does not.
Okay.
But
it does wall splat.
But like I said, you could also cancel the DE1 into a SE, and then you can also do a mid, but it takes a while to get to that move, so he's quite vulnerable during that time. He also has two more moves out of DE. He has DE 2+3, which will do a 1+2 throw, and then you can break that with pressing 1+2, as you see here. He also has one last move, is DE 1+2, which is a launcher, -10 on block, so it's pretty safe in that regard. He also had, for the SE moves, the simplest way to get into it is down back 2, and you'll see that a lot in combos. So he has 3 moves out of SE. He has easiest way to get into it, down back 2, like I said, SE, and then SE1, which is a gut punch, -10. It does wall splat. At the wall, it does not give pushback, so you will be open to getting punished. He has SE2, which is a low, which guarantees a free crouch cancel at down 1+2 for a good damage, but it's also the slowest option. He also has a mid, SE3, which is a launcher. Keep in mind that it is -14, but it'll give a full combo.
And SE2 is launch punishable?
Yes, it's -18 on block, so it's pretty risky. But if you really need the damage, and maybe it could be a gimmick or something, maybe they've never seen it before, you kind of use it like that. So another interesting thing is that Lars has 2 moves that only transition into SE when they hit. These 2 moves are while standing 1 and forward 2. And to do this, it's not like you just hold forward basically after these moves hit. On block though, he won't transition anywhere. He'll just block. But if you press forward after it hits, he'll go through them, and then you can follow up with a combo. I'll show you forward, forward 2 here. And same thing with that, if you block it, he doesn't go under or anything. Okay, I don't know if you could really call this a stance, but he has a front flip thing. I'll just call it a demon flip, just for like Street Fighter terms or something. From up close, Lars actually, jumps over, switches sides, so when your back is against the wall, you can actually jump out of there, but use it at your own risk.
It's also very evasive, right?
Yeah. As you can see here, he'll just clearly jump over some moves. Okay, he has 3 moves out of the stance. The first one being up forward 3+4, and you hold 3+4, he'll transition into like a demon flip grab, like kind of like a Kuma from Street Fighter. There it is. It's not broken like any normal grab. It's kind of unique in a sense that you have to hold down as soon as he takes you up into the air. You actually have quite a while your feet is off the ground, but if you hold down, as soon as he takes you up, you'll actually drop. Yeah, as you can see there, Elisa dropped to the ground. You can press any other down notations as well. You can press down, down, back, down, forward, and all of them will break it. He has a low option of 4-3+4, 1. Takes a really long time to get there, but he has a low option. And then the mid, it also has a really high hitbox as well, so it's never gonna hit unless I'm like range 3 from the opponent.
Wow.
Yeah,
So it's very range dependent.
So if I'm up close like this, I'll just jump over her, like I explained earlier. Against certain taller characters like Jack and Marduk, he'll just hit them no matter what, and like Kuma and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of characters you have to be out of searching range for that to actually hit. Oh, and counter hit. He actually rides them like a surfboard. Pretty cool.
I like Ravens better.
Yeah, it's a little cooler, but yeah, that's about it for his stances.
All right, so let's talk about his special grabs.
All right.
Like he showed us one out of his DE stance. I think that was
Okay,
right.
yeah. So DE 2+3 gives him a 1+2 throw. But like I said earlier, a little thing I like to do is cancel it into like a 2+4 or 1+3. Just a little trick, because a lot of people just see a DE and they see a throw, they automatically assume it's a 1+2. So I like to mix it up a little bit. But Lars has two 1+2 breaks. One is being forward 2+4, which is a generic input for like a shining wizard or something. So we just basically use the same term.
So can he use it while running then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you could basically do it from like full screen while running. That throw will come out. His other throw is a 1+2. It's also a 1+2 break. A little cool thing about this throw is that it'll actually wall splat. Not so you could get a full combo or anything, but it'll give you extra damage on the wall.
Like 5 points, I think.
Yeah, there we go. 5 points extra on the wall. So it's not a bad throw to use on the wall.
Okay. And he has an air grab?
Yes, he does. Demonstrate it here. Yeah, his running throw 4-4-4 2+4 can also be done instantly, and you can do it. It's actually his strongest ender in combos, so you could do it after like a bind and an air throw.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little difficult, but with some training and practice, you could get it down.
So it works just like the king throws, basically.
Yeah, basically he has one air throw, and it's the shining wizard throw.
Okay, so we probably covered a lot of this already, but let's go over his basic launchers.
All right. Basically, his 14 frame launcher 4-back 2-1. That's for -14s, like we discussed earlier. For -15, he has 4-1+2. He has a 4-3, which is a really great launcher because it crushes highs and lows and some mids as well, and it also it's just ridiculous. All right.
So basically, his 14, 15, and 16 frame punishers are also his main launchers.
Yeah, basically.
That sounds good.
4-back 2-1, you wouldn't really use it outside of punishing. So one thing I like to do for his 4-1+2 is like to set up so my opponents want to retaliate or something, I'll start like pressuring them or something, and then sidestep from up close. If they whiff a move, I get a 4-1+2, or I do some move and I backdash and they whiff a move right in my face, I get a 4-1+2. I like to stay close so I could get them to whiff, and I could get a whiff punisher with 4-1+2. A 4-3, just throw it out randomly when it's kind of like a dragon punch in Street Fighter, I guess.